What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get into Vietnam. Man, there's a lot of interesting. Um, I'm in these groups, but not just that. I also know a lot of professionals. We talk, and I think the chat that's going on right now, involving gold and silver as well as currencies around the world, are very, very interesting. I'm going to get into that here in just a minute. Speaking of gold again, if you are considering buying gold, you should probably get some right about now. Give our friends over at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. The link is in the description. If you're a first time buyer, use promo code Pimpy, Pimpy, and you will get a discount, or you will get a half ounce a silver on your initial purchase, as long as it's over $100. Um, yeah, a lot of interesting things going on with just precious metals and currencies, period. Don't forget, I got Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. Over here, we do talk about investment opportunities, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. No politics. Keep the politics for here. The hidden things are in front of your eyes. Over here, we talk about QAnon, NESARA, GESARA, politics, current events, 9/11, false flag events. Now, just understand that Facebook has changed their policies when it comes to the groups. Before, you should be able to just post whatever, but now they want us to approve every post, no matter what. So that's what they're doing now. And my guess is if you have super large groups, it would discourage you from having super large groups because it takes a long time to go down and approve every single um, post that's made. All right. So I'm not sure why they're doing that, but they're forcing people. So all groups now have to approve posts. And since I'm not in the groups all the time, sometimes your post won't show up right away until I get there. Anyways, I have a Twitter account. Come join me over here if you got Twitter. Just in case they start erasing our groups, you can reach me over here and I'll be able to post things here as well. Alrighty. So real quick before we get into these stories here, in talking about just what's going on with central banks everywhere, one of the things, and I said this in the video, things that I'm concerned about is all central banks, all of them. I told people about what's going on over here with Trump setting up that third party to start buying assets. Since legally the Federal Reserve can't buy the assets the way this third party can. So they produce all this money, print out all this money, and have been buying up corporate bonds, international bond, trade bond, all these things, all this type of debt. And they're still putting it on the books of the Federal Reserve, which is interesting. Let me reword that. The difference between what's going on in the United States and other countries is this. The debt is being purchased, the bonds and all this stuff, these corporations, they're put on the books of Blackstone. But we're not the only country doing that, by the way. Blackstone is being used by other countries, I found out. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell is really going on. So I brought up and I said, woo, man, we better hope Trump's not the boogeyman, and people got all bent out of shape. I'm not saying Trump's the boogeyman. What I'm saying is what they're doing is very dangerous to us. This is exactly what a socialist country would do. This state would take control of our productions and of a lot of our companies. As it stands right now, our Federal Reserve owns enough assets, it's greater than 50% of our GDP. Then I found out that central banks are doing it all over. So our Federal Reserve is pumping out money like it's candy. Central banks are taking that money and they're buying up their debt, as much of it as possible. So, of course, there's a big red flag for me. I get concerned when I see that. I'm not sure what's going on. I just wanted to bring to your guys' awareness that this is happening, okay? But in this conversation, they're talking about, they definitely need a global currency reset. Or I should say they're in the process of doing a global currency reset. The other interesting thing is that A lot of these countries seem to be waiting for Trump to be reelected so that he can implement whatever this new system is. I think it's very interesting. There's a lot of chat about that. They're like, well, we're waiting to see what happens. We're waiting for Trump to put it. I'm like, oh, why are you guys waiting for Trump? So I can't help but feel like it's planned. But anyways, there is talks about either countries going in groups on a reset, like different countries, or all of them at one time. So as I learn more, I'll share it with you. But again, I don't want to talk about too much because everything is speculation, and I don't want to be talking about stuff that I can't prove to you. Okay? So let's get back over here because my favorite target over here in Vietnam is not just their currency, which is a good investment, but also I pay attention to some of their companies. Look at here, Vinamilk completes charter capital hike plan. So I was like, oh, I feel like I missed out on this. But again, I'm not giving up. I'm being honest. I dropped the ball on the guy. Me and him were calling back and forth. I do need to reach out to him again. But I dropped the ball on talking to this guy. They own a company here, and they could help us get into the Vietnam market. I just did not call him back when I should. I've been so busy. And so, my apologies. I'm being flaky. But I do want to reach out to him because I want to get into this market. The largest dairy producer by market value, Vinamilk, as we hear about them all the time, has completed issuing more than 348 million shares to raise charter capital. Funding for the shares insurance has taken from the company's owner equity capital. So the owner of the company is selling parts of his share to raise more capital for the company. This is good news. Well, it's either they're sinking or they want to expand. All right, that's how you can look at it either way. The total amount of outstanding shares is nearly 2.09 billion, the company said in a filing. Vinamilk has decided to make the first dividends payment for 2020 in cash at a ratio of 20%, at a 20% ratio of your shares. Man, these payouts are really good. We got to jump in this, man. In the third quarter, dairy giant reported revenues of 15.5 trillion, which is 666.86 million US dollars. It's up 8.8% on year. The post-tax profit in the third quarter rose 16% on year. So they're growing, and they continue to grow. And I told you guys, whenever I see anything about stocks that are performing really well, Vinamilk is one of those companies that are constantly on there. Constantly on there. Vinamilk shares listed on the Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange edged up 0.9% to end Wednesday. So it costs $4.65 a share. That's not too shabby. That seems like a very affordable investment to me. Again, you guys keep asking me about, where to go to buy the currencies, no matter how many times I say it. I think a lot of you are still new. So again, there's a link to UK Dinar FX, all right, which is the Forex for foreign exchange. Over here, they do sell the Vietnam Dong along with the Iraqi Dinar, the Zim dollar, and the India Rupiah, all right? So the link is in the description. So if you're thinking about buying more, just come on over here into UK Dinar. They ship internationally. Some of you guys are saying, hey, I can't get it where I'm at. You could buy it from them and they could ship it to you. They ship internationally. So a lot of you guys don't know that. That's a good deal. So if you decide to buy from them, there's a section on there where you can offer a discount code. You could put in Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and save a little money, okay? Vietnam has about 99,000 new firms in 9 months. I would say that's kicking tuchus right there. That's pretty good growth. Vietnam had about 99,000 newly established enterprises in the first 9 months of this year, a year-on-year fall of 3.2%, according to the general statistics. That's a fall? Good Lord, man. That seems pretty good. The new firms registered to invest total capital of more than 1.4 quadrillion Vietnam dollars, which comes out to 60.56 billion US dollars, which is up 10.7% compared to the same time last year. So they got a lower amount of firms that have opened, but a lot more money, a 10.7% increase year over year a lot more money invested. So there's a lot of people coming into Vietnam. This economy is going to be booming. That's why if you hold on to the currency, be patient. I'm very curious about how they're going to do these so-called currency revaluations. This global currency reset. I'm curious to see how this comes out. Meanwhile, 29,500 operating enterprises registered to increase capital of 2.1 billion dollars of Vietnam dong. As a result, the domestic economy received a total of capital of more than 3.6 quadrillion from newly established and existing businesses this year, which is expanding 19.2% year on year. Now pay attention to that. Listen to that. As a result, the domestic economy received total capital of more than 3.6 quadrillion from newly established and existing businesses this year. So they are expanded. They've expanded 19.2% year on year. This is awesome. That's what I'm looking for. Who the heck doesn't want to jump into this economy? Seriously. VSD issues accounts for more than 780 foreign investors. The Vietnam Security Depository in the third quarter certified trading accounts for 782 foreign investors. 66 investors of the total were institutions and 716 were individuals. In the past quarter, the agency removed accounts for 7 foreign investors, including 4 international investors and 3 individuals. Again, this is just showing you growth over there in Vietnam. All right? So Vietnam still looking good, both for their Vietnam dong investment as well as long term. That's what I look for. This is a great sign. So I am the one that, it's my fault. I've been slacking on this broker. I have to reach out to him again and try to get reestablished. But it's something that I'm interested in doing, and I'll share it with you if you guys are interested. I'll let you know the information and have you guys come aboard. All right, you guys, that's it for now. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.